Assalamu alaikum students. Today in this video we will be talking about the first chapter of class 10 physics, light, reflection and refraction. The first attempt to understand light were made in 3rd century BC by great Greek mathematician Euclid. Euclid stated that light travels in straight lines. And from that time onward, scientists have been trying to understand what exactly is the nature of light. So, what is light? Light is a form of energy which gives sensation of vision. We can see objects around us when light from them is reflected into our eyes. Now the question which may come to in your mind is, what is light made of? Or what is the composition of light? Light is made of packets of energy called photons. Light is also an electromagnetic radiation with a wavelength from 400 nanometers to 700 nanometers. When we say light, we are basically referring to visible light, because there are certain other electromagnetic radiations which are not visible to human eye, like ultraviolet rays or the infrared rays. If you see the spectrum of visible light, it's from 400 nanometers to 700 nanometers. That means human eyes can see from 400 nanometers to 700 nanometers. Anything below 400 nanometers and beyond 700 nanometers is not visible to the human eyes. Now the next question is, what is the nature of light? Does it behave like a particle or does it behave like a wave? The nature of light is very complicated. It sometimes behaves as a wave and sometimes behaves as a particle. Therefore, we say that light has a wave-particle duality nature. That is, it sometimes behaves as a wave and sometimes behaves as a particle. To properties of light. One of the most important properties of light is the light always travels in straight lines. Another very important property of light is that light doesn't need any medium to travel. As you have studied in class 9, that electromagnetic waves do not need any medium to travel. They can travel through vacuum. The speed of light is fastest in the world. It is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meters per second, or 3 lakh kilometers per second. It is denoted by C, which stands for celeritas, which in Latin means smooth. Light shows different phenomena such as reflection, refraction, diffraction, dispersion, polarization, etc. In this chapter, we will discuss two of these phenomena, reflection of light and refraction of light. In chapter 2, Human Eye and Colorful World, we will be discussing another phenomena of light which is called dispersion of light. Other phenomena like diffraction of light and polarization of light we will study in class 12th. Optics is a branch of physics which deals with the study of light. Now coming to the colors. White light is made of 7 colors: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. Among all the 7 colors, there are only 3 primary colors: red, green and blue. All the other colors are the combination of these 3 colors. Now, what is a ray of light? As we already discussed, that light travels in straight lines, and this type of motion is called a rectilinear motion. The straight line path of the light is called the ray of light. Now, what is beam of light? Bunch of rays of light traveling together is called a beam of light. A beam of light can be divided into 3 parts. Now, what is a divergent beam? A divergent beam of light is a beam of light in which rays of light emerge from a single point and spread outwards. When they spread outwards, they move away from each other. Since they move away from each other, they will never meet. What is an example of diverging beam? The example of divergent beam is a torch. When we light a torch, the rays of light move away from each other and the beam spreads. It is called a divergent beam. The second type of beam is called a convergent beam. Now, what is a convergent beam? A beam of light in which rays of light are coming closer to each other such that they will meet at a certain point. So, what is an example of convergent beam? Example of convergent beam is concentrating rays of light into a paper using magnifying glass. The third type of beam, it is called a parallel beam. Now, what is a parallel beam? A parallel beam of light is a beam of light in which rays of light travel parallel to each other. Since they are parallel to each other, the distance between them does not change. What is an example of parallel beam? A laser beam is a very good example of parallel beam because in a laser beam all the rays of light are parallel to each other and when they travel they doesn't meet. Now, what are luminous objects? Luminous objects are those objects which have light of their own. For example, sun, the stars, the lamp, etc. What are the non-luminous objects? Non-luminous objects are those objects which does not have light of their own, but they reflect light from luminous objects. For example, the basketball and the moon. Now coming to the first phenomena of light, which is called reflection of light. Now, what is a reflection of light? Reflection of light is bouncing back of light to the same medium when light strikes any object. Light from the source strikes an object and then part of that light bounces back to the same medium. This phenomena is called reflection of light. Depending on the object, an object can partially reflect or it can fully reflect. For example, shiny metals are very good reflectors. They reflect most of the light. But on the other hand, black matte substances are absorbers and they absorb most of the light and they reflect very less amount of light. So in order to understand reflection of light, we need to consider two rays. A ray which is incidented on the object from the source is called an incident ray, and the ray which is reflected by the object is called the reflected ray. And the first law of reflection states that angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection. That whether the surfaces are smooth or rough, it really doesn't matter. In any case, the angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection. Angle of incidence is the angle between incident ray and the normal. Similarly, angle of reflection is the angle between reflected ray and the normal. The second law of reflection states that the all three, that is incident ray, reflected ray and the normal, they all lie on the same plane, which means they can be drawn on the plane of paper. If you have any questions or if you want to learn any of these topics in detail, please let me know in the comment section. In the next video, we will learn about mirrors and image formation. Thank you. Have a nice day.